So, back for another episode of Believe in Boyt with this team that my little brother built. If you wanted to check it out, there is the team ID up in the top corner, as well as in the description, and as well as a poker paste. Thank you to the people that have already reached out to get me some more teams for this Believe in Boyt series. It is much appreciated, and there will be some more teams coming in the future, so don't you worry. But for now, let's stick with my little brother's team and get into some games. So that is the Zine team, right? Pretty sure it was Zine. Last time I faced it, I couldn't remember which player it was, but I'm pretty sure it's Zine that made that team. So, if I turn into a water type with Toadscruel, that could be quite nice. Because I don't think the Abomasnow had a grass move. Pretty sure it was Blizzard Earth Power, Aurora Veil, Protect. But I guess then, if the Rotom just goes for Thunderbolt instead of Toadscruel, that's a bit awkward. But it would give me a turn to be able to set up Trick Room. Could go with the Azumarill, but they just get up Aurora Veil. But like I said, like the Abomasnow doesn't have a grass move from what I remember. So I'm going to go Hariyama Azumarill. I'm going to try to do an Azumarill thing. I've got Tita, actually. Tita's not too bad at all. I can just switch that in if Abomasnow's led. So I'm going to stop them from Aurora Veiling. And final one. Will be Volcarona. To take on the Hail a little bit better, even though it's going to be a Terra Water Rotom Frost. But then that's fine, because I could Terra into a Grass type. That would be fine as well. Yeah, Garchomp. So, want to take care of Garchomp as quickly as I can. So I don't think I have room to Belly Drum. So I can just fake out the Kilowattrel. It was Choice Banded, wasn't it? So yeah, I just want to deal with the Garchomp. Free up my Tyranitar and Volcarona in the back. That seems fine to me. If it was no bulk on the Garchomp, it will be KO'd to play rough. And I just want to avoid taking the Thunderbolt as well. Although, it might have been better to actually just double into Kilowattrel, because that is Earthquake, and I could have just gone for Wide Guard on the next turn. And just make Garchomp useless. It's Choice Banded, and yeah, look at that damage. I could have Belly Drums, but I think it's better to just take care of Garchomp. Assuming I connect with this play rough, of course, Azumarill. Thank you very much. So that's a big threat to what I have in the back out of the way, so that's good. So yeah, if it's the Hail stuff, T-Tar shuts that off and Volcarona resists it. There is a Abomasnow, so I'm gonna go for close combat into so I can just Air Slash. I will close combat. I will switch into Tyranitar. Because if they Blizzard, then it won't be 100% accuracy, so of course they'll miss. And if they Air Slash, then, you know, can't do much about that anyway. And they did Thunderbolt, so that's a good start. Because I don't think that Hariyama can be KO'd here at all, and they can't Aurora Veil, because I've got rid of the Snow. It's weird to say Snow instead of Hail now, and that is a very KO'd Abomasnow, because it was Pavira Berry, not Focus Sash. That was on the Kilowattrel from what I remember. And then if it is Rotom Frost in the back, then that is not too bad at all. So I'm pretty sure it was just bulk and special attack, no speed. So they have to Tailwind in order to be able to attack first with the Rotom Frost, assuming that's in the back. And if, yeah, it is. And then if they don't Tailwind, then T-Tar outspeeds and gets a Rock Slide to KO the Kilowattrel. But I think it's probably better to just go for Crunch into Kilowattrel, because I don't want to risk the shaky accuracy, and my Volcarona can take on the Rotom Frost. So I've got all four Pokemon as well. Might be an idea to preserve the Hariyama for Fake Out as well, actually. So what I can do is I can switch into Azumarill, and I can Protect on this turn. And if they Tailwind and Terra Blast, then that is going to work out quite well for me. But otherwise, like, I probably should have attacked, given the logic that I said. Like, there is the Terra of, you know, you have to Tailwind to be faster, and if you aren't Tailwind, then Tyranitar outspeeds the Rotom. So it may have been better to just stay in with Hariyama and T-Tar and just double into the Kilowattrel. But it would have been fine, because it didn't protect on the Kilowattrel, so that play would have worked out pretty well. But it is just Air Slash, that's fine. I don't think that would have KO'd, so I don't think that particularly matters. So same thing here. They have to, like, it's still the same thing as the previous turn. They have to Tailwind to outspeed the T-Tar now. And if they do that, then they will take a player off instead. So I will double into the Kilowattrel. And I will Crunch instead, because I want the 100% accuracy, because my Volcarona will now beat this Rotom Frost for sure. So yeah, no Tailwinds. My T-Tar is max speed, so it outspeeds that Rotom. Crunch with the Life Orb definitely KOs Kilowattrel from here. And then even if they KO the T-Tar, even though I'm in the sand, so I'm not sure I'll even be KO'd. Even with this Life Orb chip. Yeah, I shouldn't be KO'd. Because we're in the sand, so I've effectively got an Assault Vest. Like, that's how sand works. There you go. So, yeah, definitely game over. So what I can actually do here is Fake Out and Dragon Dance and secure it even more. And I may not need to reveal the last Pokemon in the back. That was significant damage with the Flame Ball. And then this Dragon Dance should finish off the Rotom. So that was quite smooth. Getting rid of the Garchomp early definitely freed up this T-Tar. And then it is now just close combat. Can't believe he didn't PP up the moves. You can buy them now. That was a good improvement that you can buy PP ups. But yeah, that was reasonably straightforward. So catching the Aurora Veil with the Sand switch in was very good. Like, that's always good when you stop the Aurora Veil with that. I don't think that mattered too much, because I'd have still been able to break through even an Aurora Veil with the damage I had. So yeah, that one was pretty smooth. And that might put me into Master Ball, actually. Yeah, not quite into Master Ball. This one should do it, though, if I do manage to win. Moved like a tiny bit when I did it last time. Okay, so that's just the Lava Plume stuff. So I can Wide Guard pretty comfortably in the face of that. Yeah, if they don't lead with the Indeedee, I can pretty safely just go Hariyama or Azumarill again. But then they get the +2 defenses, and that stacks against my... I could get burned as well. I could go Volcarona instead and just Giga Drain the Darkspawn instead. But no, they'll be too slow. I can just go for Wide Guard instead, and stop any potential burns. I will bring the Volcarona, and I'll bring the T-Tar because there is a Torkoal. So, as long as I can take care of the Darkspawn before I get body pressed, then that would be good. I mean, every time I've seen this team, they've led with Armor Rouge and Daxbun. That tends to be how it goes. Oh, is there an issue? Nope, there's no issue. And there it is. Oh, there was an issue. Okay, fine. Be that way. What does that mean? Do I win? Am I still connected? What's going on? Did I get Master Ball in the weirdest of ways? I mean, I still got 1000 LP. Alright, fine. Well, that's one way to get Master Ball. Amazing. What a random way. Well, there we go. Master Ball rank. Hooray! It should be nice now. It should be much easier to find people now that I'm just in Master. So, there is Dondozo though. So, it has to be Azumarill to take it on because it resists both of its stabs, quote unquote. Like, I treat the order up as a stab because it is usually a dragon, although there's definitely other good Terra types on Dondozo. Sporing things would be good as well. I think I can go Toedscruel. I don't know if I want to immediately go with the Azumarill, because if they lead with the Moongus into Toedscruel Azumarill, then that's really bad for me. So... I go Dragapult first, actually, and just spam some Dracos, because they've got no resist apart from the Gold Engo, which can be hit by a Spec Shadow Ball and O-Code. So, just watch the last one. Pretty sure it's Volcarona. Yeah, because Volcarona can be a grass type as well to take on Dondozo. Dondozo is always going to be an awkward one, because you need counters on your team. But do you have a hard counter? Do you just have a soft counter, which means that they can still break through you, but your team is probably better against everything else? Interesting team decisions to consider. Oh, just immediately, fine. Alright. There's no way you just straight up sub, right? I mean, there is a way, because you would take whatever attack I go with the Dragapult. Yeah, so I'm gonna Spore, and because if they don't sub, then they get Spored, and if they do sub, I still have my Dragapult, and I'll switch into Azumarill next turn. So I will just Draco Meteor, because that's the strongest I can do. And then assuming I lose the Dragapult, like I theoretically will outspeed the Dondozo here, but I'm not max speed on the Dragapult, so it has the potential to still outspeed my... okay, there's Steel, that's fine. Has the potential to still outspeed my Dragapult. It's a bit of a shame I didn't go for Flamethrower. Like, obviously that's a very great play in face of a Water and potentially Dragon. It does outspeed, but that won't KO. So, this is still an entirely reasonable position for me. Nice chip. And because it is a max speed one, I would like to switch into my Volcarona, and I would like to Trick Room. It is Chesto / Lumberry. Okay. That changes things a huge amount. Then we are now double switching. And then next turn, they've got to Waterfall Volcarona, because that's going to be the fire type that can hit them. So then I can switch back into Toedscruel and protect the Volcarona. Then they're forced to Earthquake, because I can just redirect you, and then I'll be able to go for Heat Wave and Spore. But yeah, that's good. They still get the attack boost, that's annoying. Okay, so... Earthquake shouldn't KO my Toedscruel, like I'll do what I just said. But it's just, do they go for Earthquake now that they're at +3? Like, surely the Volcarona is the big threat here, because I am the Fire type that's against the Steel type, right? I'll go with my logic, and it will backfire completely, because they will not follow the same logic I will, but there we go. So that Lumberry was pretty massive. If that was not Lumberry, I would have been sorted. But Dondozo can carry... Yep, there we go. Good. Dondozo can carry like loads of different good items. So they're still getting the attack. Like, it's silly it still gets the attack boost. But now I can Spore. And I can Heat Wave. Yeah, I won't do enough with it. But, you know, I'm kind of forced to. Like, I think this Dondozo is just going to break through me. Because it's now +5. If I crit the Heat Wave, I'll be sorted. But it might have been worth considering actually Quiver Dancing there. Because I should have then outsped the Dondozo. Even a max speed one. I missed the Heat Wave. That's just killer. Like, oh no, I don't. Tatsugiri avoided. And I burn it, of course. No, I don't. But, yeah, now... Because if it's unaware, then it doesn't make a difference here. Yeah, I'll go into Dragapult. They have to... If they Earthquake, then that may KO both at +5. Maybe? Or are they +6 now? They're +5, yeah. Like, the Dondozo is getting out of hand pretty quickly. See, that's just how a singular item choice can just swing the game. Because that would have been so good if it did not do that. But it did. So, Flamethrower and Heat Wave. Hopefully Earthquake does not KO either. Yeah, I don't guarantee to outspeed a Dragapult at this point. And single target, well, it's not single target. Is it single target? I don't know if it's single target. Is it considered single target when Tatsugiri's in its mouth? It shouldn't be, right? Because Tatsugiri avoided the attack. So, but yeah, now I'm locked into Flamethrower, which may not be ideal. Can't remember what's in the back. If it's Hydreigon, then I still have a Azumarill, right? Not making that up. Yeah, full HP Azumarill. And locked into Specs Flamethrower, although there's a Tatsugiri there. And if it's Choice Scarf, then it just Draco KOs my Dragapult. Therefore, I need to Terra. It's probably a good idea to Terra here. It is a Mungus. So Specs Flamethrower is not too bad, and I will go for the Terra here. So that I can avoid being KO'd by a Draco Meteor, and I will double into this Mungus with Flamethrower and Play Rough, and I reckon that will KO. Because I can ignore the Tatsugiri with a Azumarill. And if it's Hydreigon waiting in the back, then I could be okay, but no, they don't have their Terra available, so I would be okay. Okay, good. They protected. That was not ideal. They are not Choice Scarf on the Tatsugiri. Oh, that's not going to KO. But yeah, there's the Draco. That's good. And actually, I may prefer this not to KO. Because then... Yeah, because now I get to Flamethrower the Azumarill. No, I definitely don't want to Flamethrower the Azumarill. But Flamethrower the Amoonguss, and then the Play Rough will then go into the Tatsugiri guarantee because there is no Rage Power. So... Yeah, that's sorted. Yeah, Flamethrower into Amoonguss. I'm just considering, do I Play Rough the Amoonguss again in case they switch, but... No, I'm just going to go for Tatsugiri. Because they might want some Regenerator, like so. And this would, if it's an Arcanine, then that's not ideal. Actually, no, this is fine. So long as Tatsugiri isn't Sash/doesn't protect. Because this should still KO the Tatsugiri. And then I can Belly Drum and Flamethrower KO the Amoonguss. Just Muddy Water. Something misses. Azumarill. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, because that's not doing too much. Don't accuracy drop me. And don't miss the Play Rough, Azumarill. What are you doing? No! That would have been it. Because then that would have... Oh. Okay. Azumarill can still do it, actually. Because Tatsugiri is useless into the Azumarill. So I can break a Focus Sash here on the Tatsugiri. I can now Belly Drum. Yeah, Flabit's is going to KO, but Tatsugiri is useless into the Azumarill. Just don't get accuracy drops, please. But Azumarill definitely still can do it. It can just Aqua Jet the other two things. Don't do it, Tatsugiri. You've already got lucky to avoid the Play Rough. No! Stop it! Come on! This is not ideal. I just need to hit Arcanine, and I just need to hit Amoonguss. Right? Come on. Just do they switch out / protects the... No, I need to avoid a Will-O-Wisp, I think. Else I won't KO the Amoonguss. Because the Arcanine definitely could and probably will switch out into the Amoonguss, but +6 Aqua Jet, come on. Come on, Azumarill, you can do that. Because I only regenerated a little bit. Oh, that's a lot, actually. No, yeah, I should have played rough. And, you know, what can I do? So... At least they missed that, but, you know. But, like, come on. Odds were definitely in my favour this game. But... it's not ideal. Like, obviously I could have played rough there, but I missed. Didn't matter. And they do have Protect, so, you know, they're getting another chance for an accuracy drop and chipping away at the Azumarill. And it's single target as well, so, you know. Now, will a +5 play rough KO Arcanine? It should, right? But then Amoonguss is going to be at full HP, so then that's not going to be good. But yeah, I still have to go for this, and I assume it KOs the Arcanine. Because they're definitely switching out Amoonguss. They're not definitely switching out Amoonguss. That definitely gives me a chance back in the game. As long as I hit my moves. Thank you. So then here I'm going to scout if Arcanine has Protect, so I will protect myself. It's got Protect in the wrong slot, but, you know. Oh, if it has Extreme Speed, I lose as well. Extreme Speed would be very bad. It does have Extreme Speed, so I'm pretty sure that's over. Unfortunate. I need to dodge Muddy Water. Like, I think I can survive Extreme Speed, but then I need to dodge 2 Muddy Waters. And I need to connect both my moves as well. Like, odds are not with me at the moment, and yeah, not even. So, yeah. I think I would have been okay if the Play Rough had connected with the Tatsugiri. I think I would have probably been okay as well if I did not miss my Aqua Jets. But, there we go. That's what Muddy Water can do sometimes. Oh, Sizzle. Sizzle should still be good, right? So it gets close combat now instead of superpower. And Pounce is not too bad as well. Like, it's not quite Bug Bite. So it's a little bit weaker, but the drop is really nice for Pounce. So I think the Sizzle is entirely reasonable in this format. And just watch it body me now. So... yeah, what do I do against this? Dragapult does not look that great, but is a good way of stopping Trick Room because I could just probably KO the Armourouge. My Toescrawl is actually very good here. I will definitely go with that. I will just go with the Azumarill because that's looking very good as well, but I just need to be careful that Scizor almost certainly outspeed the Azumarill and would just be able to Bullet Punch before I could Aqua Jet. So I do want to Volcarona purely because of the Scizor, but it's going to turn into a Water type most likely. But then I can Giga Drain it. Just need to be careful of Armourouge, so I need an extra thing against Armourouge. And I will choose Dragapult to do that thing. So if Azumarill can't Belly Drum, then I am quite relying on Dragapult to be able to do the damage against Armourouge. I guess I can Earth Power from the Toedscrawl, but... need to be careful here, because some pieces are not great against some and great against others, and I need to try and preserve as best I can. But that is Dragapult. That's what I was looking for there. Because if I take care of their Dragapult, that frees up mine. So I go for Spore into the Grimmsnarl. Hopefully they don't tool me. Play Rough into the Dragapult. If they fake out the Toedscrawl, that would be the most ideal situation possible. Because there is the Covert Cloak on the Toedscrawl. Toedscrawl will survive anything the Dragapult can go for as well. The Azumarill is not threatened. Only a Will-O-Wisp would be bad from the Dragapult. think this lead is very reasonable for me. I still think it's funny that Grimmsnarl is all jaggedy. They need to sort that out. Like, surely there's going to be an update at some point to sort that out. Ha! Nice! Covert Cloak! Coming into play. Very good. Very good. Just connect the player off, please, Azumarill. That's definitely Specs. What are you doing, Azumarill? Stop it! And there's the Covert Cloak. Azumarill, come on. That was like a huge momentum swing, because then I just easily go for Belly Drum the next turn. I will still attempt to. Like, I'll do exactly the same thing, but that was not ideal. They switch out the Dragapult now. That's not great, because I could have spoiled that slot. Because that was an ideal turn 1, except I did not connect. Because that's exactly what the Covert Cloak was supposed to do. It came into play and then did not. I'll have to trade my Toedscruel now. Like, I would have kept my Toedscruel. And the Grimmsnarl has a chance of waking up the next turn as well. So. But at least their Dragapult is taken care of. Supposedly. So that it'll free up mine. Supposedly. Well then. This is going well. This is going fantastically. So now I will Quiver Dance. Hope that Grimmsnarl stays asleep. I will do the same thing. Can't get much worse than this. Oh, yep, it can get much worse than this. They are preserving the Dragapults. And there's Sizzle. Okay, so I could have just gone for Heat Wave immediately and got a double KO here if I went for Heat Wave and player up into the Grimmsnarl. But now they will almost certainly defensively Terror with the Sizzle. But does that matter? They can't really touch the Volcarona at all. So I will Quiver Dance again, and I will play rough the Grimmsnarl this time. Yeah, I don't think I need my Belly Drum. Because I need to be play roughing the Dragapult anyway, so is this going to be Water type? Because if it is, I will just Giga Drain you next turn. Oh, it's Steel, so they're just going for super powerful Bullet Punches. That's reasonable as well. So I will just stay as a regular Volcarona. But how much is this going to do into either slot? This is going to hurt the Azumarill. That might be choice banded. Yeah, because that's going to KO. Grimmsnarl doesn't wake up, so if I connect with this play rough, then the Grimmsnarl will be KO'd, unless it's Focus Sash, and if it's Focus Sash, then I'll just Heat Wave KO it next turn instead. And Azumarill, hooray! Well done! That was exactly what you should have done 3 turns ago. Was it 2 turns ago? I don't know. But at least that's something. Because now Heat Wave will KO the Sizzle. Against the Spec, like, Volcarona now takes on the Specs Dragapult and wins because I'm +2 special defense. And finally, yep, there's the Dragapult, so I can now just, nope, no Quiver Dance. I will now Heat Wave, and I will Protect. They are almost certainly choiced on both Pokemon, so they would not be able to protect from this, like, based on the damage they are outputting. And of course, Heat Wave just needs to connect with the Sizzle. Like so, good. And then, yeah, I'm still sorted. I'm still very much sorted. Because they cannot do much to Volcarona in the slightest. I changed my mind. They can, but it wasn't too much anyway. Like, my Volcarona would have survived the Hydro Pump anyway. Oh, and Weakness Policy, yes. That's exactly what that's coming into play for. So at least the items in this match are coming into play. Just Azumarill is not. So. And Armorage. Sylveon. I definitely win. So I can go for Heat Wave that will now KO the. I'm going to play rough just because I want to see it miss again. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Heat Wave would have then KO'd the Dragapult from there. I could have Giga Drains to be safe, but yeah, those moves, at least some of them connected.